Hello everybody, WeiSu here, and today I'm going to show you my cube collection. So, I'm going to show you my cube collection as of February 23rd, 2015. I have around 40 cubes in this collection, so yeah, we can get started. And just a note is I have a new background because we painted our room, and I'm just going to be using this format every once in a while when I'm making videos like this. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm going to try and do this video smoothly and not have any jump cuts because it will be just a long video and I won't have much time to edit it. So let's start with these cubes on here. This is my calendar cube. You can change it to any day of the year, so if I want to change this, say it's the next day, Monday, and so we find the Tuesday, and then we can find a 4, and put that in, and you see now it's the next day. I got these stickers from CubeSmith, by the way, and I put them on a Zhanchi cube. This is just a Rubik's 2x2, it has CubeSmith tiles on it. It doesn't turn very well. It's actually not half bad for a 2x2. This is a Rubik's 3x3. It's the first one that I got. It actually, like, you can corner cut it even, and like it comes apart pretty easily, and it's fairly smooth and everything, but it just isn't a very good cube because like it barely has any corner cutting. And then next up is my Rubik's 4x4, which I think I loosened the core on it or something because it's really loose. Like you can see, it's like wiggling around in my hand, and yeah, this is just so annoying to turn because it like locks up whenever you try and do anything, and you can see like even if you try and corner cut a little bit, these pieces will pop out, and you have to push them back in, and it makes some really annoying clicking noise every time, and you have to do that multiple times every time you turn it. So that's not very good. This is my Rubik's 5x5. It's kind of the same way, it's pretty loose, and this is basically because I lubricated it with some silicone thing. Like I said, broke down the plastic a little bit, and it actually is pretty smooth and fast, but the corner cutting is like 0 whatsoever, so you have to line it up perfectly, and even then it can still lock up, like, yeah, right now, and these pieces can sometimes spin around in place. I just don't like it. Again, all these cubes have CubeSmith tiles on them. So this is my V-Cube 6, the first V-Cube 6 I got, and again has tiles on it, and it turns really bad because it's the old version, and it's square and doesn't turn very well. It locks up and you have to like return the middle layer every once in a while, and so that's just really annoying. Here's my V-Cube 7. Again, it has CubeSmith tiles on it. It's white, and that's because I think I got a white one on accident and I just kept it. I was going to replace it, but I ended up not getting it. I got it right when I started cubing, a little after my V-Cube 6, and it actually, it's really like slow, although it is pretty smooth, and the corner cutting isn't too bad. Like you can do a little bit, but it pops quite a bit, and it's just overall not a good 7x7, although it is my only 7x7. This is my 8x8, again my only 8x8. It's CubeSmith tiles that I cut myself, and they look really good from afar, but especially on this white side, if you look up close, they look really bad. It turns pretty well. Again, it's really smooth, but it isn't that fast. I lubricated this with like some sort of silicone stuff, and I kind of slowed it down a little bit. But yeah, it's pops a lot, but it turns a lot better than the V-Cube 7 actually. So, and now, again, all these cubes have tiles on them, and I got this one through my 2x2 before I got back into cubing. There was a voice crack. That was beautiful. So yeah, my V-Cube 8 I got after. But now let's get into some of my other cubes. This is a Dayan Zhanchi 3x3 stickerless. I got it at my birthday, and it turns really well. It's probably my second best cube that I have. Here is a Lego cube, which I currently have this pattern on it that I want to make. The cool thing about this pattern is you have to do kind of a checker pattern for you to be able to move anything else. Otherwise you're not really able to do anything. But yeah, I basically glued Legos onto it. I used Lego Pick-a-Brick, and yeah, you can put Lego bricks across it, so that's pretty cool. And if we keep going, here's my Dayan WeiLong. It was the first speed cube I got. That was like right after I got back into cubing. First unboxing on my channel. It's really smooth, but just the turning is not all that great. It's not very fast, really. And it's just like, I put too much lube in it, so it's really like sticky and stuff. Here is my Minecraft cube, and so it has Minecraft patterns on each side. It's a V Cube 3. It turns pretty decent. It's basically nearly the same mechanism as a Guhong. They look almost exactly identical. And because I haven't lubed this as much as I did my Guhong, it actually does turn better. Well, that's debatable because it doesn't have the little corners in it, so it doesn't corner cut as well. But it still turns pretty well, and the patterns are pretty cool on it. Again, it's a custom V Cube. This is my WeiSu. It's my main speed cube that I use for everything. It has really great corner cutting, over 45 degrees. Backwards corner cutting is pretty good too. Right now it just has the stock shades. I haven't replaced stickers, as I haven't done on most of them. If I don't mention the stickers, I probably haven't replaced them. So, yeah, it's a really great cube. It turns really fast and it's really smooth, and just a great product. WeiLong. Did I say WeiSu? I probably did say WeiSu. It's a WeiLong. I always get those two confused. This is my half mix-up mod. Basically, it's made by taking a 3x3, doing that, and cutting off each of these and gluing them on here, the other part. And so that's what I did. And now it looks cube like this, although these are bigger than the rest of the pieces. And now you have to turn the middle 45 degrees before you can turn anything else. And so it's actually called the cutter cube. It's like the mix-up cube, which I have right here, where you can do this. Only on this one you can do it on every side. This one you just can do it on one axis. You only do it once, so I called it the half mix-up mod at first because I didn't know if anybody else had made it before, but they had. It's called the cutter cube. And this is the Grayscale Cube. It's actually just a Shengshao cube that I put CubeSmith stickers on. And so, yeah, it's pretty fun to solve, and like, turn this around, these look almost identical. Especially if it's in low light, so it's even harder then. And so yeah, it's just really hard to solve. Here is my gear cube. I believe it's just Mefferts, and it's pretty cool. I put the Tony Fisher inspired stickers on here, and so that makes it, I believe if you do that, yeah, you can switch all these edge pieces around, and it'll look like that. So, oops, and that cap always falls off, because I pried it off with super glue from it. Next, we have a mirror cube. This is just a Rubik's brand mirror cube. It's actually pretty, from taking it apart and stuff, it's pretty loose. And so it does turn pretty well and pretty smooth. The corner cutting is almost nothing. Or it just can do a little bit. If you really force it. And so basically it's just a shape-shifting Rubik's Cube. It solves just like one. You just have to go by shapes instead of colors. Next is my Scube. It's a Lan, and it's just like a normal cube. It's nothing too special about it, except I did, if you look inside, oops, put torpedoes I made out of Legos inside. And so, let me assemble. Actually, I'll do it later. Woo! Clean up. This is a gear shift puzzle. Basically, all these are gears and they just turn together. And you can pull them apart and just turn half of it at a time. And I got it at U.S. Nationals 2014, last year. Here's a fun competition that I went to. Now we're moving on to, well actually I have a couple more 3x3 leg puzzles. This is a 3x3 super cube. It's just normal. And the hard thing about it is if you do an algorithm like this, sometimes this will happen when you're solving it. The arrow will be pointing the opposite direction, so you have to do an opposite direction, or you have to do an algorithm on it. And so yeah, you also have to do the cross differently, so it'll be, all the arrows will be facing the correct direction. Here is my Dayan Zhanchi in black. I got this as a DIY kit, as I did with my stickerless one that I didn't mention. And yeah, I put the stickers on, of course, because yeah. And I was going to use this at U.S. Nationals before I got my WeiSu when I was there. And yeah, it turns pretty well. I haven't really used it that much, and I think I may have overlubed it a little bit. Here is a void cube. So basically it's just a Rubik's Cube with a hole in the middle. And it's Rubik's brand. It turns a lot smoother than the regular Rubik's brand cube, but it has absolutely no corner cutting. So it's just terrible about that, but you can't expect a hollow cube to have corner cutting. Here's my square one. It's, I think, Cube Twist is the brand. It's basically just a regular old square one. Nothing special about it. I've never been able to solve it or anything. Oh, and by the way, I got these stickers from CubeSmith, and so did I on my Gear Cube. These are CubeSmith Bunny Fisher inspired stickers. Now here is a Oscar's Treasure Chest cube, so it just behaves just like a normal Rubik's Cube. The corner cutting isn't really good, but that's explainable after what you'll see now. And basically, the top comes off. There's a compartment in, and you can put things in it. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And it'll only come off if it's solved. If it's not, it will just stay like that. Okay, and now I think that's the end of my 3x3 like puzzles. So we'll get on to some bigger ones. Let's do 4x4. This is a 4x4 Super Cube I got. It's a VQ brand. It doesn't turn really the best, but it's pretty cool. These stickers are from CubeSmith. It's a lot harder to solve because you have to make all the arrows face the right direction. And sometimes you'll have like just two pieces that need to be switched in the middle. And that can be pretty difficult. Here is WeiSu. Yes, this is a WeiSu. That's the WeiLong. I think I called it WeiSu earlier too. Boop. Okay. I don't know why I get those two confused. I guess they shouldn't name their cubes so similar. But basically, yeah, here's my WeiLong. It turns really well. And it's the best 4x4 I have, my main speed cube. Let's see, that's all my 4x4s. We'll get into 5x5. Here's a V cube that I have. Well, actually, this is my only 5x5 except my Rubik's. And V cube, it doesn't turn very well, like, at all. So, yeah. I think I may have some, what do you call it, the Vaseline in it, just to wear down the plastic to make it looser. But, yeah, I'm not really sure. I'll have to clean that out one day. But I want to get a new Shane Chow because this doesn't turn the best at all. And by the way, these stickers are CubeSmith. Let's see, 6x6. Here's an VQ6B, so this is the new pillowed version. And stickers are looking pretty sad. So it's got new cheap ones. And yeah, it actually turns a lot better. It's a lot better than that one. And yeah, there's not really much about it. It uses the X Cube mechanism, which they supposedly stole from the X Cube 4, but I'm not gonna get into that controversy. Here's another couple of random ones. Mix-up cube I showed you earlier. You can do crazy things like this, and twist it up in all different sorts of shapes, and yeah, I'm not gonna scramble it now, because it won't fit back in my box. Oh yeah, 2x2. This is just basically a V-Cube 2. Nothing special about it. The sticker is from a pillowed one because it like peeled off and I didn't have an extra one, so but it's a pillowed one. It fits pretty nicely. But yeah, that's basically my V-Cube 2. It's my main speed cube, I guess, because I have nothing better and I've never needed anything better. This is a V-Cube 2B, so it's a pillowed version. And usually these like lock up and like they're very bad. But if you look, if I can figure out how to take one of these pieces off, that I actually dremeled down all these edges like this. And I show you how to do that in a mod video. You can look that up on my channel. And yeah, it turns a whole ton better now. They don't catch, the pieces don't catch at all. It turns basically just like this one. And yeah, about that. Here is a 1x2x2. Basically, I took an E-Sheen 2x2, and that's the core. It's right here in the middle. And I glued extensions on it from other E-Sheen 2x2s. And just put those all around here. And it has CubeSmith tiles on it. So yeah, these look and feel pretty nice. I didn't do the best job sanding or anything, because I was kind of in a hurry. And you can still see like the crosses where I put filler in on some of these. And you can see those little bumps right there. Yeah, inside. But that's not too much of a problem. Here's a Floppy Cube, or a 1x3x3. Super floppy cube, so it just turns all like this and all sorts of crazy shapes. The stickers are pretty sad, but it has to be, they're stickers on the inside, so it has to be pretty, it's just unavoidable. And I believe it's Lan, brand. So put that back in. Now here are some more crazy puzzles. First is my Fuse Cube, which I recently did a review on. And during the review, I think one of the pieces broke in the inside. And I hope the super glue that I put in there didn't, like, fuse any of these pieces together. No, good. Okay. But I don't really want to turn this because I'm afraid it'll explode at any moment. Here's a Pyraminx, just a regular Zhanchi Pyraminx. And there's nothing too special about it at all. By the way, this is made out of Rubik's brand cubes, which is why it turns so badly. So yeah, it's not really anything special about it at all. Here's a regular old Meffert's Megaminx. It has Cubesmith tiles on it, which I don't really like as much anymore as I used to, but it's still pretty nice. It's definitely not a speed cube, like, it can't corner cut, I guess, but it's really not that fast or smooth or anything. Just a Megaminx. I got that quite a long time ago. Here's a super square one. I got this at a competition. Well, actually, I bought this next puzzle that you're going to see, and he just gave me this alongside it. And basically, like, you can turn this middle part. It's really awkward to turn it. You just, like, use your fingers like that. And you can just turn these, and you can turn each of these layers in here. And yeah, I've never been able to solve it, and I've never needed or wanted to solve it. So yeah, that's why it's still scrambled. And then this puzzle, which I just was talking about, one second, is a, what do you call it, a Pyraminx crystal. It's QJ brand. I think there's a sticker, yeah, it says QJ. And by the way, I think this one's MF8. But it's QJ brand. I did a super flip pattern on it by switching a bunch of pairs of edge pieces. I could have just taken them out, because it comes apart pretty easily and flipped them around, but whatever, I did the algorithms because I felt like it. And yeah, it's a pretty cool puzzle. It just turns just like this. So it's basically a combination of a Megaminx and a Pyraminx. And now I think this is the last one, actually. Yeah, and I did that pretty quickly. This is a pure Megaminx ball. And so basically it's a Megaminx transformed into a ball shape. So I got this recently. It's limited edition clear version. So the plastic is all clear. And I did a checker pattern on it, which I realized you actually have to take two pieces out and switch them around, two edge pieces, because that's what a Megaminx does. And you have to basically solve it into this position. You can't, like, do any algorithm or anything. You just have to solve it like this. And yeah, it's pretty cool puzzle. It turned pretty well. Yeah. And the stickers I had to put on myself because apparently the limited edition ones don't come with stickers. Oh yes, and I almost forgot my Zhanchi Cube. This is just a regular Zhanchi Super 3. It has textured stickers on it. It's currently scrambled, and the reason for that is that it's the cube I used in my prank video, and yeah, that video was actually real. Those weren't framed or anything, but I did actually prank people with it. And so yeah, basically I don't have any of the screws or springs or anything for it, so it just kind of falls apart when you touch it. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. I think I actually did better on the video time than I did last time, because last time it was like a half an hour, and I think I probably did it in faster than that. I have to check back on the video. And I think part of the reason is last time I showed all my other cubes back there that are like old and like falling apart and just like random puzzles and stuff. So yeah, I didn't show those last time. I mean this time, just to save time and everything. And so yeah, again, tell me in the comments which angle you like better, this one or the one that I had last time where I'm looking down on my cubes. But yes, that's basically it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!